Oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Devin from Broken Enduro. Cockpit's a little different today. I got 1 mile on a brand new T7. So this is my very first ride on the bike. I actually got the bike a couple weeks ago, but between a major heat wave that's been out here and fires and closures and work and blah 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 blah, I have not had the time to actually hop out here and take this thing for a spin. So this is my very first ride, very first impressions. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to get on any dirt because all national forests in California are closed. So just gonna be putting the highway, talking a little bit about what I feel. This thing is bone stock. The only thing I've done is pulled out the little rubber foot things, so I have like a little better grip on these pegs. I've got a bunch of stuff planned for it, a bunch of stuff ordered to build it out to be broken enduro proof, because this thing will be dropped, there's no doubt about it. So just gonna be doing some break-in stuff, start working on scrubbing in the brakes, scrubbing in the tires, just get a feel for it, get familiar with the bike. I can tell you right off the bat, I really like the power delivery. There's a lot of it, a whole lot more than 350, but it doesn't come on abrupt. It's real linear. Riding position feels really good. I don't like these grips. I run the ODI Rogue, so like the big cushy grips on the KTM, and I like a fatter grip. These things are really skin and kind of hard, so I don't know if ODI has Rogues that fit this thing, but I will be looking into that for sure. The shifter's a little high. I got to adjust that. It sits like up above the peg, and my toe actually like runs into it, so I got to figure out how to get that down a little bit lower. Standing position feels really good. You get a good purchase on the tank. Arms are still kind of bent at the attack position. So this is my very first like big bike, and I'm probably getting in over my head, and I'm gonna feel terrible when I finally do drop this thing. But gotta learn one way or another, right? Even for being one of the shorter adventure bikes, this thing's still really freaking tall. I have a 30-inch inseam, and I can tiptoe it on both sides, just barely. Can't quite get the ball of my foot down, but I think it's just enough to get by. I'm sure I'll get used to it. Wind protection feels pretty good. My head's not buffeting around or anything like that. Get a little bit of wind on my chest, a little bit of wind in my face, but nothing. There's no turbulence to any of it. The stock Pirellis that come on this bike feel really good on the road. I will be switching over to a Moto's tire, something a little more aggressive, a little more dirt oriented. I need all the help I can get in the dirt. I can handle anything in the street, because I started off riding the street, so been doing that since I was 18. It's the dirt where I suffer. So all these T7s that are in California are all bikes that people pre-ordered months and months and months ago. Luckily, I didn't pre-order one, but luckily I was able to find one that someone canceled on. Actually, my wife found it for me out in Palm Springs. So I went out to Palm Springs Motorsports, small shop. I guess I've been there since 2015. Worked with the owner, super awesome guy. He was actually talking about us doing some dual sport events out of his shop when it cools off. He said he'd be buying hot dogs and burgers and drinks and stuff and hosting dual sport rides as often as we want to put them together. So that'll be pretty cool in the future. We'll see how things go. And we got Richard out there in India, so he should be familiar with some of those trails out there. For having a 21-inch front wheel, this thing feels really planted and just tips over and the turns really easily. I was expecting to have to muscle it through corners a little bit more. Guess not. Yep, gate's closed. Bummer. Finally freaking cools off here and all of the trails are closed. All the forests are closed, all the national forests, because there was a big fire out behind Ukaipa. I guess some folks went out there and had a gender reveal party, and they brought essentially a big pink smoke bomb out into the woods during extreme fire conditions while it was like 115 degrees. Let's have a smoke bomb in the woods during extreme fire conditions. So that's super awesome. So I guess there's another fire over San Gabriel Mountains, the Bobcat fire. I guess Kennedy Meadows is on fire now. There's like countless fires all over California. On the plus side is we've gotten enough smoke up into the sky to actually cool it off. So air temperature's been pretty awesome. So I was looking at getting the Turret Tech pannier rack and the Moscow Moto luggage. I really like the way that luggage is built and designed and stuff. It's pretty cool. I gotta get some bark busters, skid plate. I don't know, just little things, little doodads. Worried about these tires not being all the way scrubbed in and getting on it. So we'll just keep taking it easy for now. Pretty stoked so far. Really impressed with how much motorcycle you get for the money. Because when it comes down to it, like, the T7s are selling essentially for the same price as the KTM dirt bikes, the 350 and the 500s, which is pretty cool. I don't know if you can make out that fire over there. No bueno. Everybody's been saying this suspension's like really soft, so I left everything in the stock position, just literally pulled out the rubber things and hopped on. It'll be interesting to see how it's set up, because I don't weigh a lot, so maybe I get lucky and I'm the right weight for it. So on the right side, the engine case sits up pretty high and it like gets you right in the shin. It really bothered me like the first couple miles here, but it seems like I've already gotten used to it. It kind of pushes out your shin just a little bit, but let's go up here. There is a little bit of an abrupt fueling thing at the very bottom when you first crack open the throttle. Have to get a little used to that. clutch doesn't engage until it's pretty far out, so it may be my fault just not used to it yet. Kind of dropping that last bit maybe. Now I'm still short shifting all of this because of braking and everything, so I'm shifting about 5,000 RPMs, and this thing runs up to it says 12, so probably 10 or so. I don't know, we'll see. It's got some giddy up and go. A little bit of dirt. Woo, slide around a little bit. Of course, I didn't air down or anything like that. This is just road pressure, stock tires, slippery, slippery fire road. Feels really good though. I know, I'm going slow, I'm sorry. But you guys know that I'm not fast to begin with. And this is literally my first time riding a big bike in the dirt. Pretty awesome view. Oh, I freaking like it. Now I just gotta get comfortable with it. It's gonna be rad. So ideally, I like to build this thing out. I used to do a lot of backpacking, so I've already got all sorts of lightweight camping gear and all that stuff. So ideally, I'd like to build this thing out for doing some of the BDRs. I think that'd be freaking awesome. And that's backcountry discovery routes for those of you that don't know. Kind of tippy, but there she is. 2021 Yamaha Tenere 700. Pretty freaking stoked. Gotta get rid of this garbage. I don't know how much T7 stuff we're gonna be doing. Clutch grab's pretty far out. But I'll try to squeeze in some of this T7 stuff every now and then. I know the channel's mainly focused on the club and our rides and stuff like that, but had to show off this new toy. Oh, it's good. It's real good. Real good. Clutch is pretty light for a cable. Alright guys, I'm gonna go wrap this one. Thank you so much as always for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you liked it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Later! I'm sure I'm just being extra cautious too, because I don't want to pick this thing up not by myself. This is a buddy bike, as in you need a buddy to pick it up, or you watch your buddy pick it up. That's even better. If you have one of those buddies, cherish that dude. Buy him a beer.